What you're about to experience is hopefully something a little more interesting than just, would you please open your record book to the course registration form? We will now spend an hour and a half of boring, tedious lecturing. So we decided instead of doing that, we would try to do something a little bit different. So last year we did kind of like a live radio program. So this year we're going to kind of do that again, except that every 20 minutes, a new homeschool dad is going to call into the show.
Oh, really?
And say, I cannot figure out these forms. Please help me. And Gary and I are going to take each homeschool dad, because we don't have any women up here for this radio drama, through each form. I guess we could try. That would be interesting. And go through. We're going to take you actually onto the website through each course registration form, because we did modify them a little bit this year, and just try to provide some clarity in what's going on. So anyway, so without further...
Should I try my mic to see if it works?
Oh yeah, we should turn it on. I didn't try it. Let's turn it on.
That says no. What does no mean?
Is it on?
It says no.
No, it's on.
Oh, okay. Thank you, David.
All right.
So before he gets started, I just want to make a little commentary. As of January, everyone who's enrolled in the Academy program at Walkersville is technically no longer considered a homeschool student for the state of Maryland purposes. So one of the reasons we're going through these processes is to help you understand that, practically speaking, the homeschool program, Walkersville's, well, Wellspring, whatever.
There was a bet out to see how long it would take for us to mess up.
Yeah, well, I hope you didn't put any money on the other side. But so several years ago, we broke our program into two sections: Homeschool Review and Homeschool Academy. And I mean WCF Review and WCF Academy. We did that in response to legislative changes in 2015 at the Board of Education level. And in our process going through that with the Board of Education, we have formally received acknowledgement from the Board of Education that the Wellspring Christian Family Schools Academy program is no longer being considered technically a homeschool program. That means essentially, not a whole lot, but we'll no longer be contacting your county. This September, when we send your forms in, we're going to send a form in that says that you have disenrolled from homeschooling and you have enrolled in a private Christian school, and you'll no longer be on the county roster of homeschoolers. It also means that at the beginning, when somebody joins Academy, we will not report to the state or the county the names of your children, the ages of your children, all that information that currently is required under the home education regulation. So if you're part of WCFS Academy, then for the technical purposes related to Maryland's law, you're no longer a homeschooler. I hope that explains partly why we're doing this. Thank you, Donna.
And just a reminder, if you have questions, write them down. We're going to have Q&A at the end of, probably at the end of the session and at the end of the next session. So, did you have more?
No. Let's go.
Okay, so can I have this?
But I thought I was going to have the mic.
You will after we want everybody to experience what a radio program's like. So here we go.
All right.
Welcome to Family by Design, a weekly radio program brought to you by Wellspring Christian Family Schools, the education ministry of WCF Church, located in Sibyllsville, Maryland. We hope that today, in some way, we will help you to treasure God's design for your family.
'Cause the greatest gift a father can give is a life lived for Jesus. And the greatest gift a mother can give is the knowledge of the
You guys all know this song because you listen to the program every week, so sing along.
Pass him on to your children. He's the gift that keeps on giving. The greatest life lived for Jesus.
Well, good morning and welcome to the live Family Leadership Conference of 2019. Let's hear that live audience. Woo! I'm Joel Fischer, and I'm joined in our live audience studio with pastor and educator Gary Cox. And Gary, welcome.
Hi, good to be here.
We have a little bit different program this morning, or this afternoon, or whatever time you're listening. Today's going to be a call-in show, Gary. Did you know that? Did you know we're doing a call-in show?
Oh, wow, we've never done that before.
We haven't ever done it before, so it's going to be really interesting what kind of people we get calling in.
Yeah, that will be
So, I'm not
have a telephone.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to call about the new course registration forms.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I feel it in my bones.
Are they calling on your phone or mine?
I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like, first of all, just to be ready for this,
Okay.
we should probably pull up the forms. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So let's see here. I got to figure out how to get out of here. Let's see. That's how do we get out of here? So let's see. We go to the WCFS the website. Can everybody see that?
Oh, that looks like Gaga Ball.
All right, so there, I got that up, and let's see, if I wanted to go to our forms, I would go to, wait a minute, I think I hear the phone call coming in. Bring, 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 bring. And all the kids, or any kids here, like, what is that? It should be da 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 da. Okay, anyway. All right, we got a caller on line 1. You're welcome to Family by Design. Yeah? Now remember, this is radio drama, so you don't really know it's me. Just pretend you're listening. Yeah, is this, what do you call yourselves? Walkersville, Wellspring Christian Family Schools? Yes, who is this? My name is Walter Newbie. And I'm a homeschool dad, and I want to be part of your review program. Well, welcome to the program, Walter. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine, except I cannot understand this paperwork. So kind of hoping you could help me out. All right, Walter, well, are you on the WCFS website? Yeah, I'm on the website. Do you know where to go to the forums? Yeah, I think so. I think you go to what? The member tab? That's right, you go to the member tab. Click on the member tab. Yeah, I'm there. And you see the little box that says member forms and docs? Yeah, I see it. All right, so click on that. Yeah, I did that, and then I see, wow, look, I'm already signed in. That's awesome. Well, let's see if you're signed in. Do you see the 2019-20 WCFS review course registration button? Yeah, what do you think? I'm an idiot or something? No, just making sure you're actually, tracking. All right, so click on the form, and are you with me, Walter? Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so you got in front of you. So what are your questions? Well, I guess I need to know, what do I do with this cover page? Well, Mr. Cox, what do we do with the cover page?
Well, I've never filled one out.
What?
I let my wife do it.
Yeah, I tried to have my wife do it, and she said, I don't understand computers, you do it.
Well, it says something there called a student name. Do your children have names?
Well, what kind of parent do you think I am? Of course they got names.
All right, well then
His name is Bob. All right, so this is what you would do, Walter. You would go, of course, to the cover page. Now you understand the difference between our review course, our review program, and our academy program, right, Walter? Yeah, your review program's cheaper. Well, yeah, that's true. Mr. Cox, can you tell us what's the difference, the main difference between the two programs?
Well, the main difference between the two programs is that the review course is a course of study where Walkersville Wellspring Christian Family Schools actually oversees your homeschool program as an umbrella and make sure that you're conforming to the laws of Maryland. The review course does essentially that. We have an initial review with you about the courses for the year. We review your coursework project 2 times during the year, and we make sure the state is aware you're in our program and that you're up to date. If you are getting behind in the review course, you'll have to have a specific plan to correct it. Probably the biggest thing with the review...
And I think we'll show Walter what that looks like when we get to the actual form.
Okay. What was I saying now?
I don't know. What were you saying? You got any questions, Walter? Yeah. So how often do I have to send this course registration form in?
Okay, that's very good. You send it in once a year. It's due. We would like to have it in our office. We created a new deadline. We would like to have the forms in our office by August 1 from now on, but...
well, that's going to be a little difficult since today is the 17th.
Yes, sir, you're late. But we do have late fees that are available to help you get back on track.
Gosh, this is difficult. All right. So I pull up this form. That's right. And what do I do first? Well, the first thing you do, Walter, is you type in your student's name. And if you'll notice, you go down to the...
Now, Mr. Newbie, could I just suggest that you actually use your student's full legal name when you have the...
That is my student's full legal name. His name is Bob. Oh, you want his real name? Yeah, his real name's Richard.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob.
Oh, that's very good, Walter. So then you put in your address.
Does your child live with you?
Where do you think I live?
I don't know, but...
West Virginia? Okay. Yeah, of course he lives with me. All right. That's right. So you put your name and your address in like so, and you notice that it actually fills it out down below on your
But not
form.
everything's filled out, Richard.
Well, that's amazing. By the way, my name's Walter. My son's name's Richard.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Walter.
Yeah. All right. That's right. So I think you understand. You put your date of birth in, et cetera, and all that information shows up on your course registration form so that we can know who we're dealing with. So, any questions, Walter? What are all these instructions here on the cover? Gary, you want to tell them about the instructions, or shall I?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so basically, Walter, this is just to make sure you understand that when you're filling out our forms online, you follow these instructions to the letter. Well, almost to the letter, because I realize that there's some other additions that we have to make, so don't pay attention to them too closely until I've made those additions. Anyway, the basic thing is that make sure anytime you open up the form that you download it and save it before you start filling it out. Otherwise, information entered in, for instance, the web viewer form, where do I have that down here somewhere? It won't be saved, and that's why sometimes I will receive documents from parents, not you, Walter, because you haven't sent one in yet, that is entirely blank. So make sure you download and save it. That's what those instructions are for, Walter. Ah, okay, I got it. So maybe we move on to the form itself. All right. So Richard, Walter, do you have any questions about the form itself? Well, yeah, I like to know, what do you mean by a plan of instruction? Gary, you want to answer that?
Yes, well, a plan of instruction basically tells me what your goals are for the particular subject. It also tells me what study methods you're going to be using to reach those goals, and then also what kind of student work that you're going to be producing that can be visually inspected or project completed, etc.
All right, so I got a question. Let's say that I'm going to use Bob Jones University for science. Do I have to have a plan of instruction too? Like, do I just fill out BJU Science? And let's say that I already know that my student is, I guess we should have said he's in 5th grade. Let's see, 5. Where's the 5? Somewhere. It's up there. I don't know why I can't. There it is. So he's in 5th grade. So I just say I'm going to use BJU Science 5th grade down here. Do I have to have a plan of instruction then listed too? Or is that good enough?
Well, if you're going to use a regular textbook study method, you would just write in there plan of instruction. You should probably start at the top of the box so you can fill it up.
Well, I don't think I can do anything right there, see?
Okay, all right, sorry. So you're going to describe, if you're just going to be doing a regular textbook course, such as answering questions and doing tests and the...
So I would type regular course of study through text or something like that?
Right, that would be fine, but you need to put the number of pages that are in your book.
Now, why do you need to know that?
Well, we want to
Seems awful personal how many pages are in my book. I don't know all the pages in all your books.
Well, we need to know if it's a standard textbook, and so when you create a program, you're going to be accomplishing at least 80% of that textbook. So if the textbook has 570 pages, you write that down.
Couldn't you just say 100 pages and say I have to finish 80 of them?
No.
Oh, man, I never was very good at percentages.
Yeah, percentages is...
But that's okay. My child's going to know how to do math.
So you have 567 pages in that book.
All right. So that helps us know that we've got a standard textbook. All right. Well, let's say...
Now, and let me just clarify one thing. This is especially important for the fact that we're doing this. The plan of instruction is a description of how you're going to be covering the course as a review family. So it's a course plan that you have, and it depends on you particularly what your choices are. If you have a meeting with us at the beginning of the year establishing what your courses are, we can go over with you in person, but what we want to know is what kind of study methods, et cetera, you're going to be using for the review program. So when we sit down, we can all be on the same page of what we're expecting.
All right. Okay, so another question I have is, what is this, why are there only 5 subjects listed on the form here? I see Bible, language arts, math, science, and social studies. Why do we have those particular 5 on there?
Well, those are the 5 subjects that the Maryland Homeschool Regulation requires you to take, as well as in the bottom of the list, there's a couple more you can add in there.
Okay, so I can do something other than those 5?
Right, you can add music or art or
if
other
I
things.
wanted to do like target practice,
Uh-huh.
hunting,
Yeah.
taxidermy,
Yes, sir, you could.
basket weaving.
That's for college.
I got my degree in that online, you know. All right, well, that makes sense. So say if I, for instance, for social studies, I didn't have a particular textbook. Do I have to use a textbook? Like say I want to take my kids to a whole bunch of museums, and we're going to go and see all the Smithsonian's down in D.C., and they're all going to learn about all the history down there.
So
And then we're going to go to Williamsburg,
Right. So
and Gettysburg, and Mount Vernon. We're going to do the whole works. How do I do that?
Well, if you're not going to be having a textbook per se, on the textbook column, or in the textbook space, you say personally devised program.
Personally devised programs. I kind of like the sound of that. Kind of sounds like I'm in charge.
Right, right. And then down there under the plan of instruction, you're going to describe exactly how you're going to...
So I say field trips. Oh, wow, that's really big.
That's all you're going to do is field trips.
And Mount Vernon and the Smithsonian's. Wow, look at it shrink. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Does that work?
Yeah, that particular kind of type was done for 5th grade boys because
good.
they have a hard time filling up a piece of paper. So
Okay, so all right. I think I pretty much understand what you're saying over here. Now, what is this section over here where it says first portfolio review for staff use only? I understand you're going to be using that, I guess, when you're doing my portfolio review, and that's when you sit down and we have a little chat and all that. But what does this initial mean? RTI. What is that?
well, the Maryland regulation says that if you're homeschooling, that you must be giving your children regular, thorough instruction, RTI, regular, thorough instruction, in the subjects that are taught in public school. Now, I did notice one thing here. Earlier you asked me, how often do you fill out this form? And this is a new thing to pay attention. We are actually requiring the forms to be filled out each semester.
But I don't think we're doing that for the review, are we?
Are we not? How come it says first portfolio review?
Because that's for staff use only.
Well, where's the second portfolio review?
Well, actually, I think it's down here.
Oh, so you do have it already filled in, okay.
Right, so I think they just turn in two. What you're gonna do, Walter, is you'll fill it in and it'll be doubly done, and you'll send it in to us, and we'll just use the second sheet for your second review.
Right, and
Pretty snazzy, huh?
Yeah, right, that is snazzy. And
now, if you're elementary, if you're in the academy program, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but.
yeah, of course, more people here in the academy program.
Right, right. All right, so,
You have
okay.
22 seconds left.
And then what happens? Then I have a late fee? Okay, all right. So say that we have a sit down and you say, well, gosh, Walter, it doesn't look like you done nothing but hunt all semester. Don't look like there's been no RTI going on. What happens to me then?
Well, we're going to have to create a plan to get back on track.
Is that this little box down here that says probationary status?
Yes, that's what it means. We're going to check that, and then you're going to have to come up with the program of how you can get some math in while you're hunting.
Well, that's not hard. We just count the points on the buck. All right, well, I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I guess I see what you mean. Well, this has been very informative, gentlemen. I'll go ahead and download this, and oh, I guess I need to fill out the application and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's right, Walter, if you're going to join the program. All right, well, thank you guys have been very informative. Thank you very much. Click. I think that was the right kind of click. Anyway, all right.
Can you click on that again?
So we're going to move on to, I think we might have another caller coming in. Let's close out of here.